Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel. And as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be about Doctor Who. It's going to be Doctor Who-ish. The new series has come back and I am so happy it has. It's been long awaited and I'm so pleased Russell T Davies is at the helm. And we've got David Tennant and Catherine Tate back, their characters Donna Noble, and obviously yeah, so it's just so exciting. So as a result, I have been like completely going batty for rewatching all my the old Doctor Who episodes. I mean, as I do always anyway. And so I was on Instagram the other day and I spotted a post come up from the lovely Pan Macmillan team. So and on it there was an article entitled "Doctor Who Reads Books for Every Incarnation of the Doctor." So I thought, well, this will be the perfect video for me to go through those books on here with you guys and like tell you my thoughts on them, which ones I want to read, etc, etc, etc. So that's what I'm going to do here. It says timeless recommendations for Time Lords. So it starts with the first Doctor, the first Doctor, William Hartnell, obviously, and the recommendation they've got on here is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, which is one I have read and is just wonderful, especially for this time of year. It's very, very short and it's just a wonderful book, and the Pan Macmillan little classics editions are just gorgeous, so I would actually love to own this. It's just beautiful. So yeah, this is a really good pick and it's perfect for the first Doctor, actually, I can see. The second book they've got is for the second Doctor, for Patrick Troughton, and they've put Trust by Hernan Diaz. Obviously all these books will be on screen. And it says, so the reason they've got from here is that the second Doctor is a master of disguise, hiding his darker, devious side beneath a friendly, bumbling exterior. Equally layered is Hernan Diaz's Pulitzer-winning Trust, which is an examination of truth, fiction, money and manipulation of all three, set in the 1920s New York. This is one I have already read. It wasn't a book necessarily for me, but I do think, and I have seen loads of other people have enjoyed this one. So don't let my thoughts on that put you off. I'm sure many of you will love it. But yeah, it just wasn't a Charlie book. So for the third Doctor, they've got, which is John Pertwee's Doctor, they've got A Very Short History on the Life on Earth by Henry Gee. I haven't actually heard of this. It looks like to be a non-fiction. It says, being exiled by the Time Lords and forced to spend most of his incarnation on Earth with rather inferior technology was a source of some frustration for the third Doctor. Perhaps he'd have better time if he'd have got to know us better. For billions of years, Earth was in an inhospitable alien place, covered with turning seas, slowly crafting landscapes. Yeah, I think it's sort of going through, obviously, that I'm not really sure whether I would read this, but I mean, some of you might read it. It looks, yeah, good, yeah. This is one. Then, so book number 4 for Doctor number 4 for the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, who is very famous. I feel like Tom Baker's one of the longest running Doctors. I think he was. Correct me if I'm wrong in the description, in the comments. And the book they've recommended for Tom Baker's Doctor is Went to London, Took the Dog by Nina Stibbe. This is one I've actually subsequently reserved from Borrow Box. And it's, again, it's another non-fiction. So it says, for the Doctor, so what they've written in the article is, for the Doctor, it was more of a case of went to buy Al Foundation, defeated the Swarm, took the robot dog, but these are mere details. In place of K9, Nina Stibbe's new diaries, we have Peggy joining her owner for a year-long sabbatical in London. Between scrutinising her son's dating developments, navigating the politics of the local pool and taking detergent advice at the laundrette, this diary of a 6-year-old runaway reunites us with the voice of Love Nina as the writer becomes, as she so-called puts it, a proper adult at last. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to become a proper adult, but this book does sound brilliant. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. The pick they've got for the fifth Doctor, which is Peter Davison, obviously, which is a Doctor I remember. I think he was like one of the first Doctors on the telly when I was little. I don't really remember a whole lot of the Doctor Who when I was little, but I do remember it being on every single Sunday night and part of our routine. But yeah, so the book they've got is Life, the Universe and Everything by Douglas Adams. It's obviously part of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. series. So yeah, which, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Douglas Adams books, can you? So I think this would be a perfect pick. And that is one I want to read, but eventually I want to read the series in order, because that's just who I am. So for the Sixth Doctor, for Colin Baker's Doctor, we've got The Cat Who Solved 3 Murders by L.T. Shearer. I mean, a murder mystery with a cat, like cats at the heart. That sounds quite fun. It says, I'll read you a little bit what it says here. We see your cat badge, Colin. Here's some cat-based cozy crime. Cat-based cozy crime, I mean, yeah. It says, retired police detective Lulu Lewis's life changed forever when she met a street cat named Conrad, who it turns out is also a detective. I mean, it sounds kind of wacky, but I feel like I'm here for it. That would be one I would potentially read if I made time. I've got a lot of books to read, people. So for the Seventh Doctor, the Sylvester McCoy, which is the main one I remember like growing up, is they've recommended Circus of Wonders by Elizabeth Macneal. I feel like Elizabeth Macneal is the kind of author whose books I feel like I will always love, but I just haven't gotten to them yet. So and Circus of Wonders does sound amazing. It says, beguiling humour and entertainment hiding a dark of underbelly. We could be describing both the Seventh Doctor and the Victorian circus at the heart of Elizabeth Macneal's bestseller. England, 1866. Nell finds herself the star of Jasper Jupiter's Circus of Wonders. So yeah, I mean, that sounds wonderful. This is definitely one I definitely would read. So yeah. Then we've got the Eighth Doctor, who is aka Paul McGann. I don't think I ever watched his series. I don't think I must have done, but I'm not. Again, it's not one I really remember. This is the book recommendation they've got is Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. This is another author whose work I haven't actually got to. I'm not like, even though I love watching sci-fi, I'm not always the best at getting to the books, and I don't know why. This is one that I just haven't got to yet. So if loads of you guys have read The Sea of Tranquility, let me know in the comments below. Let me know, what am I missing out on Emily St. John Mandel? I think she's most famous for Station 11, I think. So yeah, let me know if this is one I should be getting to. I think it's quite famous. I think I'll read you what it quickly says. It says, there are even more time paradoxes and multiverses going on than usual for the Eighth Doctor, making Emily St. John Mandel master of time, slip narrative, and explorer of parallel existences. His perfect match. So yeah. Let me know. Is that one I should be reading? Have you read it? Let me know. So for the War Doctor, aka John Hurt, we've got the book that has been chosen is perfectly chosen. It's The War Doctor by David Nott. This is non-fiction. It says, I mean, it had to be. For more than 25 years, David Nott had taken unpaid leave from his job as a general and vascular surgeon with the NHS to volunteer in some of the world's most dangerous war zones, Afghanistan to Gaza. So obviously this is a highly relevant book, obviously, in the times we are in. And it's all, so yeah. This does sound like a good one. It says his commitment and dedication has changed lives as well as the medical community. So yeah, I mean, that's a very good pick. That's one I would read. For the Ninth Doctor, obviously aka Christopher Eccleston. I loved Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. It was the series that Russell T Davies sort of kick-started again. So yeah, I always have fond memories for this Doctor. The book pick is I Want to Be Yours by John Cooper Clarke. I haven't heard, I guess this is another non-fiction, maybe a memoir. So yeah, it says, lots of planets have a north. Here we have the Doctor of Salford, the Bard of Salford. John Cooper Clarke's memoir, named after the most famous poem, covers the extraordinary life, interspersed with stories of his rock and roll and performing career. John also reveals his boggling encyclopedic take on pop culture over the centuries. So yeah, I'm not sure this is one that really interests me, but let me know if it's one that you would like to read. I'm not so sure. So, for the 10th Doctor, aka David Tennant, this is my personal favourite Doctor in Doctor Who universe. I love David Tennant so much. And I love his Doctor, and like I said, obviously the Doctor and Donna, they're my favourite companions and Doctor Who pairing. So yeah, the book that's recommended is one I've read and I actually really love. It's The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramonte. So again, obviously we know in series 4 the Unicorn and the Wasp saw the Donna and the 10th Doctor, that they go into a Agatha Christie universe, and it's sort of this book sort of follows along those lines, because it obviously tells the story of what happened when Agatha Christie went missing. And yeah, like I said, this is a wonderful, wonderful book. Those of you that have read every single Agatha Christie might not necessarily, it's not like necessarily super accurate or whatever like that. Obviously no one knows exactly what happened, but yeah, there are some questions over the like the accuracy of this, but it's a fun read and I enjoyed it personally. So yeah. So for the 11th Doctor, the pick they've got, so aka Matt Smith, who again is another Doctor I loved. They've got American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. This is obviously a very famous book. I'm not really sure I'm really interested in it, being honest. I'll read you what it says though. It says, what could be more different than playing the Doctor, playing a psychopathic protagonist in the musical adaptation of one of the most controversial novels of all time. In 2013, Matt Smith stepped out of the TARDIS and straight onto stage to play Patrick Bateman from Bret Easton Ellis's modern classic. Oh, I didn't know that. So he's obviously got links to this. Oh, that makes sense why they picked this. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, have you guys read American Psycho? Let me know. So for the 12th Doctor, aka Peter Capaldi, I loved Peter Capaldi so much as well. He was another one, he was the Scottish Doctor, which I just, even though obviously we know David Tennant is Scottish, but he was never allowed to play Scottish. His voice was never allowed to play in his accent. So well, apart from with that one episode, if you know, you get bonus points. But yeah, so the pick they've got is The War of the Worlds by H.G Wells, which is a famous classic. Described by Capaldi herself as more alien than it's been in a while, we've matched the 12th Doctor with one of the earliest examples of human versus extraterrestrials in the science fiction. Yeah, this is such a famous book, and it's been adapted numerous times over radio and television and film, etc. So yeah, my husband loves this book and loves the radio show of this. So yeah, it will be one I read eventually. For the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, we've got She Who Became the Sun, so by Shelley Parker Chan. This has got like the most beautiful cover. I love this cover. I'll read you what it says. We've got, in a famine-stricken village on the dusty plain, a seer shows two children their fates. For a family's 8th born son, there's greatness. For the second daughter, nothing. When a bandit wipes out their home, the two children must somehow survive. Zhu Chongba despairs and gives in, but the girl resolves to overcome her destiny. So she takes her dead brother's identity and begins a journey. A girl taking a role previously dominated by men and finding greatness. Here's our match for the 13th Doctor. I mean, that is a perfect pick. I have got this out of the library a few times and I just keep not picking it up despite that. So maybe this is like a sign that I need to get to it. So yeah, definitely one that's been on my TBR for a little while. Have any of you guys read this one? Let me know. Should I be reading these? Tell me which ones I'm missing out on here, like seriously. And it says here, they've got a little book underneath this. This is for the final pick. It says, for those who cannot regenerate, How Not to Age, by Michael Greger. Bringing with expertise, How Not to Age lays out practical strategies for living your longest, healthiest life and enjoying every moment of it. I mean, what a wonderful book to end on. I love it. Perfect non-fiction. So yeah, I just thought this would be fun to go through that list. I love Doctor Who, and I'm super excited for Ncuti Gatwa for the Christmas special, and obviously with Ruby, aka Millie, aka Ruby. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And we've got 2 more episodes ahead of us for the David Tennant season. And yeah, it's just so exciting, and every single minute of it I've just been loving. So yeah, let me know if you're watching Doctor Who, let me know if you're enjoying it, give me your Doctor Who recommendations, let me know if you want more videos like this. I did have an idea about maybe doing a video of recommending books based on the companions, Doctor Who companions you like. So let me know if you're interested in that. Watch out for the future, because me and the lovely Charlie from Charles Heathcote have got a video coming up Friday, which is the start of our Christmas crackers. There's going to be 4 videos throughout December with that. So yeah, stay tuned on both Charlie's channels and my channel, and stay subscribed. I hope you guys are well. Sending you lots of love. Goodbye.